Hello and welcome to the Embrook School's virtual awards event. This is not the way that we normally do things. I'm stood here in the hall by myself talking into my iPhone, which is a bit of an unusual experience, but these have genuinely been some very unusual times. And we wanted to try and have as much normality as possible. And it's really important to us that we take some time to celebrate the successes that have happened this year. Normally in this hall, we would have our end of year celebration events and we'd be joined by parents, staff, and of course you, the students, to celebrate those individuals who've done really well across the course of the year. So we will still do that. And in this virtual presentation, you will receive your awards and then we will send them to you. We're working really hard at the moment on September and getting the school back to normal. And I'm really excited that this hall will again be full with students come the new academic year. Until then, if you are an award winner, well done. You have done absolutely brilliantly. And your teachers and your parents, I'm sure, are really proud of your achievements. Well done.
Hi Year 10, welcome to our awards assembly. So this is instead of our awards evening that we would usually have at the end of each year to celebrate all of the amazing achievements that you guys have from throughout Year 10. So this is going to be a little bit different, but hopefully we'll still be able to celebrate just as we usually would. So firstly, I want to start off by reflecting on the year that we've had, and I have absolutely loved being your head of year, and I can't actually believe that the first year is over already. We were robbed of a little bit of it in the past few months, but nonetheless I've loved every second of it. I will never forget the first assembly that we had when I was setting out expectations, and I'd just gone through shoe expectations, and someone decided to put their hand up in the assembly, and I thought, oh blimey, what have I let myself in for? And they asked about some shoes, if they could wear them. Luckily we dealt with it fine and we've moved on from there, and I love our assembly since then. But I did have a bit of a panic in that first one and thought, what have I let myself in for here? So as we can see, you guys have had loads of achievements outside of lessons in the past year. I've included some pictures there of last year because we were robbed, as I said, of some of the most important times and the times that we get pictures in these last few months. We usually have sports day and you would have had work experience and all of that. But we still have our achievements of the football and netball team and loads of sporting activities that went on. And we have Balfour BT come in, that picture down there where you can see the boys in with all the media equipment. And I think that day that they came in, you really proved to everyone in school how mature you were and how grown up you were. You know, it was a really long time to stand there and to listen to all of that, but you guys were brilliant, and we were so fortunate to get them into school and to be able to stand and witness that sort of event going on. And the company that came in and did that event has done things since then that you've had sent out in emails to you, and I just think it's cool that we were able to be part of that experience. So loads and loads has gone on, but loads has gone on in lessons too, and so that is what we are going to start off by celebrating. We're going to look at the subject awards that have been won. So if you fancy it, get yourself dressed up, get ready as you would do on the night in school. Get yourself a little orange juice. I've got a little lemonade in a Prosecco glass so I can celebrate with you, because if we were in school we'd have the little bar open so you could get a drink. So get ready and let's go through and see who has won what award and give them all of the praise that they deserve. So firstly, in art, we have Progress and Attainment Awards for every single subject. Well done to Tamrin for her Progress Award and Ellie for Attainment. It's amazing. So Progress, the amount that you've moved on throughout the year, and Attainment, you've managed to maintain where you were from the start of the year and make improvements beyond that too. Biology, well done to Sanjana and Kirsty, amazing achievement. In Business, Progress Award given to Molly. Mr. Johnson was really keen to give that one, and Attainment to Sophie, well done, and you have both worked incredibly hard throughout lockdown. I can add that extra bit in because I know about that for business, but you've worked so hard and these awards are really well deserved. Chemistry, huge well done to Aidan and Kirsty, up for chemistry too, so she'll have biology and chemistry, so well done. Computer Science, well done again to Sanjana, and a huge well done to Vikash for his Attainment Award in Computer Science. I know that's a huge strength of yours, Vikash, so well done. Creative Media, Mr. Cranham Glancy has given the Progress Award to Ellis and Attainment to Harry. I know that you've both been working really hard on things throughout lockdown too, and so I've been really impressed with you all, but has particularly praised the two of you, so good job there. And then design, Ben Young for progress and Miriam Sato for attainment. Well done, Miriam, that's really well deserved. You have worked so hard. Your notes are just super highlighted and gorgeous, and Ben, you've come on leaps and bounds, and Miss Ridges is always singing your praises, so well done. Drama, well done to Jazz and Molly for your awards in drama. And then we move on to English, so well done to Ella for her progress in English. She wasn't so keen at the start when she was moved to a different classroom, a different teacher. She wasn't so keen on it, but come on leaps and bounds, so well done. And well done to Kirsty again, your name's cropping up in a few of these awards, really well deserved. And then film studies, so progress award goes to Russell here, well done Russell, and attainment to George, well done George, really well deserved. Food, Ella and Kirsty, a little double trouble here, they got the English awards and now they've got the food awards, well done to you two. And I feel a bit weird rushing through these because normally in the awards ceremony we clap between each of them, and we did talk about, myself and Miss Cairns, we said, oh, should we do what they do in the football games and have some sort of clapping over the top, but I did think it might be a little bit cringe, and some of you would laugh at us for that. On to French now, into our languages. Well done to Harry for his Progress Award and Nathan for attainment. In geography, this was a tough one, I think. Ellis, well done on your Progress Award. That's a couple you've got the Progress Award for there, so you've really had a great year. And congratulations to Jonathan on the Attainment Award. And you guys had it tricky, you did a test throughout lockdown, so you guys obviously proved that you really deserved these awards by working hard through lockdown and showing it in the tests that you did there too. In German, Lewis has got the Progress Award and Kirsty is taking home another award, this time the Attainment in German, so well done. History then, Kaylee, she's new to the school and she's come straight in and swept up one of the awards, well done Kaylee, so you've got the Progress Award in History, and Luke for the Attainment Award, well done. In Maths then, Sophie's come back, and as has Luke, on for their next lot of awards for both of these guys. Well done. I'm sure that you're going to absolutely nail Maths next year, and your further Maths that you're potentially going to be looking at, some of you, if you're in Mr Marshall's class. And then we have GCSE PE, so this is the one that you've chosen as an option, and Kayla has got her Progress Award. I know that she's been out running throughout the past few months to keep busy during lockdown. Well done Kayla. And Jazz for attainment, our sports superstar. And then National Curriculum PE, well done to Braden for your Progress Award, and Paige. Really, really good job. We're coming towards the end now, so hopefully your name will be coming up soon, but Marina has got the Progress Award for Physics and Alex for attainment. Good job you guys. Physics is a hard one. And then our double science awards to Cyril and Tamrin. Both new students this year, so it's really good to see that you've come in and settled so well and even managed to swoop an award in your first year. And then finally we have Spanish, so Sophie and Sanjana in for their next lot of awards. Well done guys. I know that Miss Fry is always singing your praises and she really, really enjoyed the subject clinic with you the other day online. So huge well done to you. You all absolutely deserve those awards, and when we come back in September you will get your certificates for them. So I just wanted to make a point that your effort really doesn't go unnoticed. We do all recognise it throughout the year, and I know that there might be times where you feel like it goes unnoticed and you're just plodding through the day, and we all get it sometimes. But you guys have got these awards, you've been so diligent, you've been fully engaged, and you really deserve it. So now you need to celebrate. So cheers to you, and have a little drink of whatever you've got, a little orange juice next to you just to celebrate that. Move on to our tutor awards. So your tutors have nominated a tutee of the year for each of their tutor groups, and I've got the explanations as to why they have nominated this person. You've all been absolutely fantastic during tutor time this year, so I'm sure it was really hard for your tutors to choose who they wanted to give their tutee of the year award to, but you will also get your certificates when we come back in September, and advanced well done to the 5 recipients of these awards. So for 10A, the award goes to this person for their continued support with IT every single morning with Mr Downs. He says that he wouldn't be able to do it without you, the support that you give him every morning, watching the videos online with the TED Talks, etc. And he's really grateful for that. We've also had super attendance. You engage in the conversations that go on. So well done to you in that sense. Another side of it, I teach you for business, and I know the effort that you put in class, and that all comes into this Tutee of the Year award, the effort that you put in and other lessons, and the fact that you received awards earlier this evening just goes to show that you are really well deserving of this. So well done to Alex Balsis, really, really well deserved. We then have 10B, who have had a bit of an up and down year. You've had different tutors, so you started off with Mrs. Kissaby and Miss Long, and then Mrs. Kissaby left to go and have her baby, and you had Miss Long, and then Miss Long left at Easter, and so you've had me since then, and you have now been told who you've got for September. That person has emailed you, so you've got Mr. Humber from September. So I had the pleasure of choosing the Tutee of the Year for this tutor group, and I've chosen this person for their brilliant representation of the school on the school sports teams, for their super hard work in every single lesson, for their kind nature, checking in on me throughout lockdown as well, sending me an email to see how I am. I saw this person in school last week, and it was an absolute delight to see you, so smiley and positive, and you've been keeping up with all the things that you enjoy doing. You did give us all a scare this year at the Balfour BT Media extravaganza. You gave us a bit of a scare throughout that live production, but you came back from it, and here we are to tell the tale. So Tutee of the Year for 10B is going to Rachel Swinley. Well done, Rachel. Now 10C, Mr. McGrath had planned to do a video, but as always, technology gets in the way of these things, and so he sent me an endless list of reasons as to why this person has been given the Tutee of the Year award for 10C. So starts with things like 0 sanction points, which is an incredible achievement throughout the whole year to have 0 sanction points. A high amount of achievement points, always at near the top of the leaderboard every single week for 10C when Mr. McGrath goes through all of those points with you. Another thing he mentioned is just your persona, your calm energy that you have, that you bring to your friends and you bring to everyone around you, as well as the diligence that you show in all of your lessons. And I think the amount of awards that you have won throughout this award ceremony just proves that. I also gave you an award earlier this year for Tutee of the Term at Christmas in Term 1, and it was so well deserved, and I think that just adds as to why Mr. McGrath has given you this. He's constantly receiving emails about how brilliant you're being in lessons. You're always a recipient of those emails, and he even said you have a lack of any negative qualities, that he just thinks so highly of you, and that you're super kind and caring. So a massive well done for the 500th award this evening. Really, really well deserved to Kirsty Coelho. Good job, Kirsty. Now 10D, this was our only one where your tutor actually managed to get a video working. So let's hear from Mr. Edwards himself as to who he has given his award to.
Okay, the big drum roll for Tutee of the Year. It was a hard decision because personally I feel like the tutor group as a whole, every single student has had a fantastic year. They've come on leaps and bounds from the place that they started in year 10 to where they are now, even with the lockdown. So really well done to every single one of you. I'm really, really proud of you all. I can't wait to see you all in September. But there's only one winner for Tutee of the Year, and this goes to Jonathan Dodd, and I will tell you my reasons why, because there are very many of them. Jonathan is extremely hardworking. From the outset, he wanted to become a key member of the Student Council, gave in his application. I know he gives it his all in those meetings and really strives for Embrook to become a better place, which is something that we're all passionate about as teachers, but we love to see it from students, and that really means a lot. Jonathan is also a fantastic peer mentor, where he takes younger students under his wing and is there to support and nurture them as becoming someone who is perhaps a little bit more confident, or perhaps a little bit more confident in their ability in school and their academic ability. So Jonathan is really passionate about that, and also Jonathan just tries to give something back to Embrook. fantastic tour guide at the Year 6 Open Evening, which I know he was well praised by many of the parents and students that came along that day, and hopefully, Jonathan, you have recognised some of the students in September and say, oh, that was a kid that I took around. So honestly, superb. On top of that, academically, fantastic year, doing really well in subjects, and I know you went to the Southeast Chemistry Challenge and came 4th out of 108 entries against really, really top schools. Obviously, Embrook is the best school, but really, really good school, so fantastic in that aspect as well. So, Jonathan, well done, congratulations, you've had a fantastic year, and keep it up.
Just to echo what Mr. Edwards said there, Jonathan, you've had a fantastic year, so well done, and you are a great recipient of the award. Not sure Mr. Edwards will like me freezing on that, so I'll just move on from that one. So Tutor of the Year for 10E. This is going to a student that joined us this year, and I mentioned her name a couple of times earlier with the subject awards, and she has just settled so well into tutor group, year group, the whole school. She's been there to support younger students before and after school, to work with them pastorally. She's been there with her closest friends in year 10 to work with them, and she comes to see me if she thinks there's anything up with any of her friends, and we help to sort things out. I would say my most important feature, if I was to describe this person, is that she is just kind and caring, and I think my 2 examples I just gave there really show that, and so many teachers comment on this attribute as well. So I think that is the most important thing to be recognised. She never complains. That's the other thing I would say. This person never ever complains about anything, or if she does, she always makes a joke out of it and then comes with a solution to it. But she is so positive and really likes to think that things will work out. So Tutor of the Year for 10E goes to Kaylee Robinson. Well done, Kaylee. You've worked really, really hard this year, and you've settled in really, really well to the school. So massive well done to Alex, Rachel, Kirsty, Jonathan and Kaylee, all well deserved recipients of the Tutor of the Year award. Okay then, time for our penultimate award. So this is the award that I get to give, the Head of Year award. So this is one student in the whole year group who has had a fantastic year and really deserves that recognition. So my award this year is going to an individual who, similarly to Kaylee, the most important attribute I think is that this person is super kind, caring and understanding of other people. This student is constantly checking on how others are and making sure that they're okay. I remember fondly, not so fondly for personal reasons of feeling ill, but fondly of this student that I was not feeling so well one day in December, and this student came to my office at lunchtime to see how I was feeling, because she was worried after how I had felt in the morning, and because I'd said I wasn't feeling 100%. So she came to check on me. Luckily I was fine, but the fact that she came out of her way to come and see how I was just meant so much to me. She's done the same throughout lockdown. She's been emailing me to see how I am. Not only me, one of her other teachers, whenever she submits work, she checks in on them to see how they are. And that in itself is just such a brilliant attribute to have. Another reason that this person is being nominated is for the contributions that they bring to the school. So she put herself forward to be a prefect, applied for the position, which is a brilliant thing to do, and just shows how much she cares about the school. She was a great tour guide back in September, and this might be a bit of a giveaway as to who the award is going to, but she even managed to do a tour in Spanish when we had a Spanish family arrive, and she did the tour in Spanish, which I think is quite tricky to go from knowing an area in English to then be able to translate it into Spanish. So that in itself really sort of put her up there at the start of the year and made me recognise her as I was getting to know you all. She's thrown herself into everything that we've had in the past few months. Not only that, but even before that, every single lesson she puts everything into it, and she has worked so hard throughout the past few months. I know Mr. Baker has been so impressed with the history work that she's submitted, and I just think the flexibility that this individual shows just proves that she really deserves this award, and I'm already setting my sights on this individual being a great candidate for head girl if she were to come to sixth form. So my head of year award this year is going to Marina. Well done, Marina. Really well deserved. Keep it up for next year. I'm sure you will. You don't need me to say that to you, but I just know that year 11 is going to be even better for you. Okay, so moving away from our tutor awards, subject awards, we go into interform quiz, what we've all been waiting for. I'm sure it is. So I have added up the scores throughout the whole year because we haven't really had any for the past term, and I thought we'd do our order that way. So I'll make sure that I've got a prize ready for September when we're all back in and we've got the certificates being handed out too. In 5th place then, we have 10A with 101 points throughout the year. In 4th, 10B with 135 points. In 3rd, 10E with 144, and they were always contenders. At the very start of the year, you were real contenders. 10D then in 2nd place, which means that our 1st place goes to 10C with 178 points. Well done to all of 10C. I know you work really hard on the quiz and you do it in your little groups and then you combine all those answers at the end. But as you'll see, there's only 13 points in it, so it's all to play for next year. We'll start fresh, but it's not that they ran away with it all. You guys can catch up. So we'll come back in September ready to go with our next lot of the quiz. And so all that leaves for me to say is have a lovely summer, look after yourselves, take time to do a bit of self-care, make memories as I've said there, and get ready for everything back in September. But you've got 6 weeks now of no school, of really looking after yourself, and make sure that you genuinely do that. Have fun and make those memories that you're going to remember, because next year is going to be a tricky one. So we're going to come back in fresh, ready to go, positive thinking, ready to smash the year, so that next summer after year 11, the longest one you get, will be the best one. And I can't wait to see you in September for another year of all good things. Take care.
I'd like to say thank you and well done to all of the students who have just received an award. You are absolutely the best of the Enbrook School, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you back in September. And now the traditional end of celebration evening head teacher's song. Oh, I think we're out of battery. Have a lovely summer and we'll see you in September.